You are now tuning into Out the Box Radio Show. Entertainment at its best. Hot topics, games, and unforgettable interviews. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, and everybody. This is another edition of Out the Box Radio on a Thursday night. I'm Jared Michael Swain. Shawnee, say hello to the folks.
Hi, guys.
Unfortunately, Justin is not here tonight. He had to take care of some things for work, but it's okay. We holding it down while he goes and makes that money. Let me introduce y'all to our guests for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. From Out of Bounds, the series, which is on YouTube right now. Their first season is on YouTube right now. We have one of the main actors from the series, which is BJ Soden. Say hello to the folks, BJ.
How y'all doing out there?
And then we also have the writer and director of Out of Bounds, the series, Mr. B. James. How you doing, sir?
Peace, family. How y'all doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, man. Of course. So I want to just go ahead and get in this interview real quick. But before we even get into it, you shared with us some news off camera. And I wanted you, if you would be so kind to share the news with us and our listeners on camera. Because I think it's something that they would need to know.
Yeah, unfortunately, we want to send out condolences. We just got the news that one of our cast members passed away maybe about an hour ago. Miss Ashley Taylor. We want to send out condolences to her and her family. She played the character Kim on Out of Bounds, the friend of Jade. Beautiful spirit, beautiful young lady, great actress, all around great person. Wow. We lost her not too long ago, and we just want to send our deepest condolences to her family.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Man.
And I would also like to offer my personal condolences and prayers to her friends and her families as well as they're going through this tough time. I know it's tough losing somebody that's close in your circle. Yeah. Whether you work with them, whether you know them, personally outside of business, whether their family, it's devastating. So my thoughts and prayers are with everybody who knew this woman. I mentioned this too. I mentioned that too off air, but I know I've seen her a lot besides from watching the series, but I've seen her throughout Baltimore, and that's one of those people where you could tell that they just have a good spirit off rip. You know what I mean?
She did, man. It's beautiful.
Up the whole room, just coming in with a burst of energy.
Right.
Great actress.
Yeah.
So we miss you, baby. Rest in peace.
Yes.
Definitely.
Aww.
So let's go ahead and move on to a lighter subject, and let's talk about the work that you guys do on Out of Bounds, the series. So let me start with Mr. B. James. Mm-hmm. How did this whole thing come about, Out of Bounds, the series?
It was a long time coming. We tried to put it together 3 years ago, back in 2015. Unfortunately, we wasn't able to get off the ground. One of his co-star, Gerald Brown, who plays Dollar, he came to me with a little idea a couple years ago. He had like an idea with like these guys with sports. I took the idea, me and another gentleman, T. Hosley, who and we just wrote the whole thing in like 16 days.
Oh wow!
Got it together, wrote it. Like I said, it was one of them things where we was trying to get it off the ground back then, but everything is timing in this game, in this world, and it didn't quite come together. So it got shelved. I was just so determined for the world to see it. I got back in my bag, that's what they say, and I started putting it together, and we brought it to the forefront, and now it's here, and the people, they love it. So shout out to the people, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people.
Without them.
Yeah.
Without them.
I wanted to ask you something that I found on your social media. You said that you called Out of Bounds, the series, Baltimore's version of Paid in Full. Like,
yeah, well, I got that. Somebody, you saw that on my page?
I did see it on your page.
I showed him the other day. That's a lovely compliment. Like, we've been getting. That was the first week out there. We definitely, obviously, we get the Wire a lot. Everybody, this is the new Wire.
But everyone likes to throw the Wire out there because
it's hometown. But when we hear comparisons like that, bro, it's always like it's a compliment. However, though, I will say this: some of the inspiration actually came from. It wasn't Paid in Full. The inspiration shot. It was actually another New York web series, Money and Violence. They had up there in New York, which I love. Shout out to them guys. I love it. One of my homeboys was like, yo, this is exactly what he said to me. He said, yo, we need something like this in Baltimore. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. And I was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I was tuned. I was watching that shit like, damn, that shit fire, this, that, and other. So, you know, not that we was, because everybody got, it's the same shit, different tool. Everybody got their own stories to tell or whatever. But it's just, you know, it was time for us to tell one of ours. And I had somebody say to me one time, like, you know, I love it, but you know, we black brothers and we, you know, the whole positive thing. And I was like, listen, man, because if you get into some of my work, I have challenged myself as a writer. I have written pieces where as though, I mean, it was strictly positive and the black, and there's a lot of positivity in Out of Bounds too, like especially with the Q character. But the unfortunate thing is this, as a storyteller, you know, we're from Baltimore. This is the story we're telling right now. I mean, and it is our reality. And one thing as a filmmaker, I look for the authenticity, and you know, that's what I was trying to get across, and just people from all different walks of life, like y'all definitely giving us that raw gritty feel. So you know, shout out to the people again.
Yes, shout out to the people, because without them, we'd be nothing.
Go ahead, speak on it, Charmaine. Go ahead.
So I want to talk to you, BJ. Actor. So tell us about your character. What's your character's name? What's his background?
Well, my character name is Dirty.
Oh.
Tell him what's his real name.
Oh my Lord.
Dominic Fuller.
Okay.
AKA Dirty.
Yeah, there you go.
AKA the bad guy by the bad.
Okay.
Every week, people walk up to me and tell me, why you did this? Yo, you're a bad guy. You're a bad guy. I just studied my script. He handed me the script, August?
No, July. Yeah.
And I studied it. Like I was taking the SAT. I looked every page. I looked in the mirror, you know, get my mean face. And I just went to work.
Well, that's what's up, because that's important.
I'm just telling his background. What's Dominic Fuller's background? That was.
Yeah. Dominic Fuller, he's a freshman in Maryland. He came back home, made a mistake, did some time. And now he out here running the streets.
Out here being dirty.
Being dirty.
But what I was going to say is that's a good thing that you have people that walk up to you and are angry at you. That means that you're able to convey with authenticity what the intent of the character is, even though it could be completely opposite of you. So kudos to you as an actor.
And to go off of that, let me ask, did you have any difficulty you know, portraying such characteristics in this web series? Because I know that, like, you know, portraying villains and people with, you know, malicious intentions.
You clean.
Right, it was like the first couple of days shooting, I didn't have it down all the way, but you know, as you keep getting take after take, you get to look at some footage and be like, I could do this better. I turned into Dirty, Dominic Fuller.
And was this your first role?
No, I've been doing a lot of local stuff. I did For My Man on TV1.
Oh,
that's what had me in his bushes.
Which I also played a bad guy on that too. But
did you go through Sirens Media?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I did. Me too. I did Criminals at Work. Yeah. That's the one I did.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest, real spill. That's kind of like, cause I sought after BJ for this role. Like told you when we rebooted. So when we rebooted, a lot of the people that was already in place, some of the people are originally from the original script when we 3 years ago. So I went back and I kind of like reached out there. Hey, look, I'm about to reboot this thing. If y'all want to get involved, y'all can keep the role. A lot of people stayed on. We swapped out the Dirty character, and then I like to think that I'm a visionary, and I just kept like, cause like he said, I seen him one day. I'm looking up VH1. He on VH1 for actually met on set at another independent film with Tretch from Naughty by Nature about 6 years ago. So we chopped it up a little bit. So when I started to bring this back, I really went in there looking for you. I'm like, yo, look, yo, I got this script. Yo, you think you can handle it? Da, da, da. He like, you know, he like, yeah, I got it. And we put it together. But I want to say too, and I always tell him one thing, as a filmmaker, what helps me as a producer or director is when you got somebody that's the lead character, but when he's always devolved. I'm FaceTiming him. Yo, what we got? I'm FaceTiming. He's sitting at the witchcom. He in the script. Yo, we gotta do this instead. No, whatever the case. And then. Yes, I executive produced it and I wrote it, but he helped me with a lot of input, a lot of ideas. Because I tell my cast, like, look, I'm not a stickler for lines and stuff like that. Like, some lines is key. We got to get it off for the story. But also, I give them the freedom to incorporate what they want to incorporate to the character as well. Because sometimes he might bring something that I didn't see. And we can, you know, when we in the room and we tossing ideas, obviously I'll make the executive decisions. But a lot of time, a lot of stuff comes into fruition because we just bouncing ideas, and that's really how it works. And he helps me out. He helped me out extremely a lot with this whole episode from top to bottom with that, for sure.
And that's extremely important. The fact that you do that is a good thing, because it's frustrating for me as an actress when I do go into, and I understand, you know, some writers, they are
sticklers.
Yeah, this is how I wrote it. This is how I want to convey it. But at the end of the day, as an actor, when I take a script and I study that script, I am learning who this person is. I'm getting to know who this person is, and I'm developing who this person is. So I have a little bit more intimate relationship with this character. So if I bring something to you, just at least take it into consideration. You know?
Always,
So,
I encourage my actors to do that, and I want them to become engulfed, because you gotta understand, when we do projects like this, a lot of people, you know, some people really serious about acting, and then some people just want to get down because, like, you my man and you doing something good. You get what I'm saying? But it, like I say, when you and another thing, it was a pro bono project, and I don't have the luxury of the time to rehearse as much as I'm a playwright as well. But when I'm doing plays, you know, it's more preparation because I got a more intimate cast, and we're prepping all the way up into that show. So again, when we're doing, I might call y'all out for a shoot. You might say, "Hey, look, 7 o'clock. I can meet up with you today, 7 o'clock." So, you know, even my writing style, you know, I keep them line for line. I don't give them big soliloquies and monologue because I know we don't have the luxury of a lot of rehearsals. Some actors are better at retaining the information than others, so it works like that for us. And it panned out well.
And to go back about y'all, you know, working relationship, as in how to bring a certain character on screen with the director and working in tandem, changing things up. I think that's where most of the magic comes, because, you know, as an actor, you are bringing a part of yourself to whatever character you bring. And if directors can't see that, if they're really set in their ways about, oh no, this character is this, and you have to really, you have to fit into that. It might not be the best product in the end.
And that's just me from studying the game too. Because when I'm not working, I'm always looking at the Oliver Stones. I'm looking at the Ryan Coogler's. I just research other directors and how they work. Because a lot of times, you know, and I was telling him this too. Like sometimes when we like, if it's written in the script, right, and then we at the end of that script, I'll still let the camera run, because they might do some improv that that looks good and organic on it, and I'm teaching myself as a filmmaker, just let it run. You know what I mean? And once I feel like they're done, because then I'll tell them this now.
Like you as a filmmaker, you would know when, like, all right, we got it, or he got it.
Like the other day on 8, I told Gus Cut, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna let you do your thing at the end. When you're done your improv, look directly in the camera. That's when we know you're done. Because you know, otherwise I don't want you looking in the camera. So it's like, that's how you queuing me up. Like, oh, I'm done my little piece. So yeah, bro. And then we've been together for 7 months now. We've been really working on this project 6-7 months. So the continuity, the cohesiveness, it just built organically over time.
And everything is there now since y'all been working so hard. So was there a particular scene or a particular episode in the series that y'all enjoyed filming? I'm gonna let BJ.
I got one, but I'm gonna let BJ. Answer that. I know which one for me.
I can't even pick one.
You can't.
I got one.
I was the lead. I liked everything, even the stuff I wasn't in. I was looking at it. I just loved it.
I'm gonna tell you which one that I was most proud of. Episode 5, Retribution. That's the name of the episode. First of all, I called that shoot at 10 o'clock at night. Right? I called that shoot at 10 o'clock at night. We filmed from 10 o'clock that night to 3:30 in the morning. Okay. What I loved about that was this one I knew I had a strong team and how dedication was. Because sometimes I will light a match under the ass and like, this is one of them ones where as though, we got to go hard. Like, we going hard and I need y'all, like, flat out. And it just let me know that my team was so invested. I'm talking about, it was cold out there. Nobody complained about nothing. I mean, when it got close to 3:30, niggas like, boo, look, we talking about this shit up. It was 3:30. But also, I was proud of that episode because we kind of like got our special effects off in there. Kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, because one of my quotes all season was like, this ain't low budget, there's no budget. That's all I kept saying. But I was proud of that product, how that episode came out. I'm proud of the whole thing, but I'm just saying, we like trespass to get that shot and all that. Like, no, for real. Because,
like, wait, you really want to put that on air?
Yeah,
like,
I want to put it on there. It is what it is. I mean, yo, ain't no filmmaker out here.
Exactly.
I was inspired by. I remember seeing Damon Wayans and all of them, Keenan Ivory Wayans and them, and Robert Towson and them say when they ain't had permits, sometimes they would pack up, throw it in the van.
But you know what? That is true.
You know, sometimes
and I've also been on sets where we did that.
Like, but see, with me, I book all my shots, and I tell my actors ahead of time, like, yo, we booked this another. It was 2 shots that I really didn't book, and I knew we had to go hard. It was Damon Darman and God Works So Mysterious, because we were still in that shot, but then we finally got in there, and they let us film in Foot Locker. They like really let us film in Foot Locker. Nice. So that was shout out to Foot Locker, Damon Darman. But this particular time, I gave them heads up, like, bro, look, we trespassing tonight. It's cold. I said dress warm. We're trespassing. Like, but when I'm giving them this ahead of time, but it's almost like, yo, we about to go to the playoffs and the whole team ready. They like, all right, coach, we ready. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they was ready. But I did give them fair warning. But like, yo, this is the tip we on tonight.
Yeah.
Y'all in it or not? We in it, and we pulled it off.
That's what's up.
It's all a part of how it's. I mean, it's a part of the journey. As an actor. As a writer, as a producer, all of that, like that, getting gritty and
So I was proud of that. I loved it, man.
That's also where the most work is done, is in those moments too.
Yeah,
I got some stories myself, man. Like just the and when you look back at it, you're like, damn, we did some crazy shit, but.
It turned out so good.
It turns out so good.
And you be looking like, yo, we did that. But knowing the circumstances that it took to get it, and you look at it, it's like, wow, yo. You know what I mean? And then people, you know, take in the work. It's just a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah. So let's talk about the soundtrack. Soundtrack is going to be released soon, right?
That is correct. We're working on that now. We're cooking on that right now. Right now as we speak.
So, wait, even before you even ask this, or you know what? Go ahead.
Well, you done already cut me off. Go ahead, do your
Well,
thing.
it's only because I'm sorry, Johnny. It's only because, like, look, when I'm not gonna call this a hood like series or whatever, but it does have that feel, like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, hey, bro, we don't take offense to that. I mean, it is what it is. If it's a hood series, because again, and not the segue, but I don't really feel bad with that, because as a filmmaker, I'm never gonna be predictable. You're never gonna think you're gonna figure me out as a filmmaker. The next thing I might gotta play talking about love or the next thing. So if this is what it's it could be hood. It's a hood classic though. Okay. So we can say that, but we gonna add hood classic to it too. So it's no offense to that, because again, this was a project to get my feet back wet. I've been in it for a minute, but I was lacking consistency. So sometimes you need something to get the streets back. Like this got our city really embracing us. And and we're gonna get right back to what you were saying about the soundtrack, which is I was very adamant from the beginning, before I even cut the cameras on. The vision, what I seen from the vision, I put the post out, I said I'm looking for all Baltimore artists. I don't care if you got 5 followers or 50,000 followers. Okay. If you have a song and it fits in whatever we're trying to do, I want to incorporate it. Simple and plain. I knew going before we cut the cameras, something that I discussed, because my thing is this. We got this crab in the barrel mentality. Bro, it doesn't work. Nobody's really getting on. Outside the Moniques and then we got like Brashear Webb and Jess Hilarious. It's ridiculous. Baltimore is filled with talent. That's I want, if you look at this, what I'm proud of is Baltimore actors, top to bottom. When you look around, a lot of black-owned businesses, all staples in Baltimore, businesses and all that stuff in Baltimore. The whole crew, black Baltimore actors, even the sound. So to the soundtrack, yes, that is something that we're working on right now. I got the guy who did the theme song for us. I'm executive producing it, and I brought him on as executive producer. Offer another platform for them. Right. That's all it is, because a lot of people be like, yo, man, I like that song. Yo, that's fire. That's like, no, whatever the case. I mean, how many web series is rolling out soundtracks right after that? I was about to say You dig what I'm saying? So it's just another thing that I'm thinking of to try to shed more light on my town, man. That's all I'm trying to do. When you look at this from now, I told them now, like, yeah, some of the people who know me know, oh, yo, that's what you did, Boob. I like that. But they getting the kudos for the performances and all that. So, you know what I mean? It's bigger than me. I'm trying to just listen. I'm the man behind it, but yo, this for my city. This Baltimore.
It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Yeah. Nino ratted at the end, so don't affiliate me with him.
So, like, what did you have to sit and like listen to a whole bunch of music?
See, now this is where these actors. This is where Did I have to sit and do what? Look at me.
That's
the part. Oh my! When they home sleeping with their feet up, when they home with their feet up in the house with they wives and shit. Excuse my language. I'm the one at the computer listening for sounds. That was super duper tedious. Super duper tedious. So like now I'm trying to alleviate that thing and have them sing something else. But I got a 19-year-old daughter, I got a 15-year-old son, so a lot of them was keeping me in the loop. I didn't want to be biased to just my ear, because I like the Skull Akbars and the older rappers, local rappers, but they was keeping me in tune with the new wave and the new sound. And then some of it was just like me. So, and here's to any Baltimore artist that I used and said, "Never, bro, I'm a fan. If I put if you heard your sound in Out of Bounds, that's my way of paying homage to your music and showing you, like, yo, I'm a fan of what you do. I'm a fan of you. Oh, you tell me you rap, you sing, you heard it. And then it's another thing. Obviously I can't use everybody's song, right? Sure. I can't use everybody's song.
It has to fit.
And it gotta fit. So, but I still shout out to everybody who sent their submissions and stuff like that. And if it didn't make it in one, it'll probably make it in season 2. But I think we did pretty good with spreading the wealth and kind of like showing love to people. I mean, what can you say? I don't understand. What can you say? Like, we trying to share the platform with local. I don't even know some of these cats, and I'm using their music. Like, what's the problem?
It's no problem.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Like,
but no, I'm sorry. Were you gonna say something?
No. Because I did interrupt you, and I sincerely apologize about that. But
that's good.
But you speak so passionately about Baltimore artists and having everybody who's on your crew, whether that's sound, whether that's lighting, or everyone, especially being African American and black. And one of my questions was going to be to both of you of like, what do you plan on doing with your art or your creativity? And I think you kind of answered that a little bit, just to put Baltimore on and to put black artists on, no matter what their creativity or their passion is. So am I right about that?
Well, you right. For me, this was like my re-entry into acting. I'm the lead. I had to show off and do my thing. So for anybody that's looking for an actor, I'm here.
Yeah. So to go off of that, BJ, where would you just go ahead and speak it into existence? Where would you eventually like to take your talents?
What's this? By May, I'll be in New York. June, Atlanta. By December, I'll be in Hollywood in the warmth of a studio on a major network, something like Fox, Warner Brother, on the big screen.
This is what I tell BJ all the time. I tell him all the time. I say, your look gonna get you booked. That's what I tell him, right? Now, to answer your question, for me, obviously, I just want to create. I just want to create, for real. I want to be a filmmaker. I want to create, and obviously, I want to get paid off of what I love to do. But if you know, like and I'm a hustling nigga. Excuse my language. Everybody who know me know.
Say it.
But this was the first time that my approach was the money ain't the motive. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that, because I remember, God bless his soul, Bernie Mac had the joint with Oprah. He was like, everybody always talk about, yo, I'm trying to get this money. I'm trying to get this money. And he like, yo, if you do well, the money will come. Right. I'm trying to, sometimes, I could tell you I'm a filmmaker all the time. I could tell you every time I see you, I'm a filmmaker, I do this. Nigga, where you work at? So sometimes now my approach is, I just want people to take me serious as a filmmaker. See the work that I'm putting out. I know opportunities is gonna come. Like even with this, and again, thank y'all for having us. This, that, another, and this is another thing that I said I was adamant about. I told him, ask him. I said, yo, I don't care what local radio station is reaching out to us. Again, they could have y'all can have 2 listeners right now. We coming. Right. I don't care what big. We done been here. We done been in 92Q, anywhere. Because again, it's just this effed up. Shout out. He's putting on the numbers. He's putting on the numbers. But here's my thing. I didn't know that, right? I didn't know that, and I didn't care to know that. All I know is this is Baltimore based. Y'all don't come up like us. Cause see what happens is this. If I look at it like this, if anybody is as passionate about this shit as we are, or as I am, I know where I'm going in the next couple years.
Exactly.
But you need home too. I don't want to be the nigga that turn my nose up, but then when I come back, now y'all shaking and baking, y'all syndicating in all these countries and shit, and I'm like, yo, can we get on? You got every right to turn your nose up at me, because when I had the buzz, I wasn't trying to fuck with y'all because I felt like you didn't have the following up. That's another thing that plagues us here in the city. It's
yes,
like the clout chase is another. Right. I take pride of finding, I want the diamond in the roughs. I want the niggas with 2 followers that don't. I want them niggas. Bring them to me
because
I want them.
Because not to cut you off, but those are the ones who are usually putting the work in.
Oh my God!
The clout chasers is usually the one who's taking shortcuts and they're looking for they're looking to be hot. They're looking to microwave up.
It's going. So I wanted to, like, for instance, when you said what they're looking for, bro, we built this up organically. In July, when I cut the cameras on August 11th. We didn't have no following. I mean, our own personal. Wasn't nobody checking for no out of bounds, man. First episode is already at 15,000 views. We built that up on our own, and then with the city embracing us and all that, it's what happened. So again, I just want to make films. I want to make films. I want to be able to take care of my family from making films, and I always want to, offer opportunities to other people. Lift as you climb is the new wave. All the crab in the barrel is lift as you climb. Like, I got a bunch of people like. Just so many people like, yo, thank you for the opportunity. Some of the artists who had SoundClouds or something like that didn't get a lot of spins. Now they in videos that got 8,000 views, 10,000 views, 15,000 views, and we about to smack them with a soundtrack. You know what I mean? That's just my way of shedding more light on them. I'm not looking. What I want, 2 cents from your stream? What do I? What am I, bro? I don't care about that.
Right.
When it's all said and done, this is what I revel in. I want to sit back. And I want people to be like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all put that together. Y'all gave an opportunity for people, and you shed a light on Baltimore. And that's basically the goal.
Right. Another thing that I enjoyed during season 1 of Out of Bounds was working with all the new actors that didn't have no experience and really seeing them grow from me teaching them where to walk or how to talk or how to say this or when to comment on that. I just like the growth. From episode 1 to 8, you can see that at first they were just doing it just to do it. But now they looking at it as something serious. Like, maybe I could do this acting thing.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So from a production standpoint, we are all in this industry. What was the most difficult thing that you experienced behind the scenes that a lot of people just watching wouldn't know happens behind the scenes?
For me, trying to get everybody on the same page. Like you were saying, it's not low budget, it's no budget.
Yeah.
So when people have to work or they got their kids with them, and that took a village. It took a village to get it. Some people had kids on set, and behind the scenes, somebody was playing with them. And
shout out to our camera guy, Kenny, man. Kenny have his son on set. Shorty a shooter. He our cinematographer. I gave him a credit too. His son. He Amari, 2-3 years old. He out there with us in the trenches sometime, for real. But I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Just the behind the scenes things that a lot of viewers would not know what's going on.
I got a good one. So now what I am a stickler for is professionalism. I'm heavy on professionalism, and we say we're dropping Wednesday at 8:04. We drop in Wednesday 8:04. On God, like that's really so. For 7 weeks consecutive, we dropped Wednesday at 8:04. The finale episode, right? I pushed it back 1 week. I'm following the formula like how they do. Push it back 1 week. So I was going to drop it the following Wednesday at 8:04. I missed my deadline by 2 days. I actually dropped on Friday. Oh, it was like a scuff on my sneakers. I was hot. But so what a lot of people don't know is like, seven. Because one of the cast members had a loop got through in there. They like. I don't know. It was just hard to film. You know what I mean? Like, and we had to go in a different direction. But it kind of messed up what we had already had because another approach that I had. I wanted it to be shot in its entirety. I wasn't because I know I was dealing with pro bono and I was dealing with people scheduling. So I didn't want to shoot as we go and I'm dropping. It just I wasn't taking that approach. That's why it took so long to do. But we ain't had nothing but time. Who checking for us? You feel me? But one of the things that was tough was like, a lot of like 6, 7, and 8. We dropped on Wednesday. A couple of them scenes we might have shot Tuesday night. Really, like I had the team. Like I'm not gonna lie. And one of my shout out to Prince Barry, aka he played Hank. He keep telling me every time because he knew the pressure that I was under when we put it out. He kept saying yo, you Tom Brady in the fourth quarter. Yo, you breathe. Yo, you work better under pressure. I'm telling you. I'm like Shorty. I don't like pressure. He like Boo. I'm telling you, because he knew what we was dealing with. So he was like, when the pressure on, you work better. But that's what a lot of people ain't know. Like. we was under that clock, man. That clock, that hourglass was running down on us sometime. But back to that team, man. When you got that good team and people just willing to divulge it in, because I ain't gonna lie, I pressed down on their ass at the end. When we got near the end, I just made a post to all the actors like, listen, this crunch time, I might need a little bit more sacrifice from y'all. We at the end of the finish line, yo. So I might even need you on standby. Yeah. Well, boo, what time? Yo, I can't give you a time. If I hit you, yo, just be ready for me. Right. And shout out to my whole cast. They was, because by that point, the work spoke for itself. They was ready. Everybody was willing. They like, oh, it's game time. The whole team, they was willing, and they did it. So I love my cast, man. Shout out to the whole entire Out of Bounds cast, man. Everybody.
Shout out to the whole cast. And that's another thing. Assembling a group of people that have that chemistry is not always easy.
Oh my God.
Because it's the most important thing to bring forth a project to be everything it is that you want it to be. That chemistry has to be there. So if you're fortunate enough to have a cast and you don't gotta work for it, it just is organic. It just makes the experience that much more easy to get through and that much more fun.
And the product that much more good.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely.
All right, so let me ask y'all both this. For anybody who's looking to get into this business, whether they're an actor or director, screenwriter, playwright, or even, what are some words of advice that you will offer them?
Consistency is key. That's the first thing. And at the end of the day, it's easy to get discouraged in this game. And I feel like, with this the way social media and stuff work, if utilized right, it could be to our benefit. It's a new wave now. Like we don't have to send in my headshots and look what I'm doing. It's enough. We can make them sought after us. We can put the work in. We've seen it happen. We've seen Issa Rae come from YouTube, and now she's one of the top gunners at HBO. Money and Violence, they did that. They got to deal with Tidal. Like right now, if you get you a good, just create, create. That's all I can tell you. Like create. Don't wait for nobody. See, people be putting too much. I got to get this new camera. They said, no, you know what? If you don't got the resource to buy the camera, rent the camera. Get you and your team. You know what I mean?
Or if I'm just gonna interrupt you, this thing right here. And I'm gonna tell a few of our listeners a little story. There is a movie that's on Netflix that's called High Flying Bird. I've yet to watch it, but I believe, and someone will please correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that whole movie was shot on the iPhone camera. Ava DuVernay retweeted that. She said, "This is beautifully shot, it's beautifully written, and it is on Netflix." And
bro, I'll do you one better. Me and him both. I don't know if y'all know, but Chino just did a movie here with Meek Mill called "It's dropping this summer." It's called Charm City. Yep. We was in that movie. I got booked 6 days on that project. Like the 5th or 6th day. Remember when they pulled us back up and they shot one scene on an iPhone. Like it's a scene that they shot completely on the iPhone, and this is it's coming to Netflix on the film. So, bro, and that's what you say. So it's no room for excuses, man. Right. If you really want it, and you and your team really want it, y'all will definitely make it happen. It ain't like if you can't afford to buy it, rent it.
That's right.
But my only advice is, bro, consistency is key, and create. Just create it.
And for me, to the actors or who want to get into this business, never give up. Never give up. You don't know who's looking for you. Don't change your attire. Don't get no work done. Somebody looking for.
It's the wrong era to tell them not to get no work done, baby. They get the work done.
But see, but no, like that's something that needs to. I mean, it should be said more often, especially for women in this industry, because. And I always say this: there's a specific type that is always checked for, and it's always those small ones, or they look mixed, and that's always the lead that you see. And so a lot of us females are, especially black females, because even still with how wide the pool has opened, it's still very much white is right. So that's hard. Like, don't give up. Don't alter anything. Don't change. It's something out here for you. Somebody is looking for you. Somebody is checking for you.
Well, I was about to say, you're all welcome at 18 Miles Productions. Listen, art imitates life. Everybody in life isn't a 6-figure Coke bottle. So, you know, I look for all types of actresses. If you fit the bill, what we looking for, come through, holler at us. And that's just what that is, though. So, you know, we invite all types of actresses. But you know, just like how you said, people getting to work. But that goes back to what I just said about creating. Because like how you said, you know, it's still, you know, limited on roles for certain sisters. So there's a lot of talented sisters out there. Get the pen, start pimping the pen. If we don't see the stories that we're looking for, we have to create them.
That's right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
That's
we can't. It's almost like we can't sit and say, oh well, because what do you expect? Hollywood ain't going. Like, okay, real quick, they like the Aladdin thing. I don't like the cast that they got in there. I'm not too hyped up about that like I was hyped up about the Jungle Book. We see what they do with any characters that's depicted that's supposed to be of African descent or black descent. They lightening them up, this, that, and whatever the case. So what we got to do is we can complain or we can, you know, say, yo, damn, yo, I ain't doing this enough. But we got to create the lane.
Right.
We got to create it. So, you know, some of you sisters out there, if you feel strong with your pen work and all that, you know, and you got a story that you want to tell and you need a team to help you, we produce too. We don't have to always I don't have to always be the writer on the project. I'm all for collaborating. I'm a producer as well. So if you got an idea that you want to bring into fruition, come talk to us. Let's get that thing going. It don't have to be, I can, and I don't know, I don't have a problem with deferring either. I know my roles. I know. I just told you I was on I was an extra. Yeah. Or a PA. Bro, I'm in it to win it. Like I don't.
Right.
But you know what that was for me? I was soaking up game too, though.
Yeah.
So that was my whole. I didn't even care about the money. I asked him. I only wanted to soak up game because I knew we had out of bounds. I'm like, yo, I want to go see how they shooting, what they doing, this, that, and the other. So
see how they did their whole setup, and then we came right back, and then we start doing our stuff similar to this.
Shout out to Will Catlett too. He showed us a lot of love, gave us a lot of pointers, man. Shout out to my guy.
And I always tell people who get into this business, like, I know that like extra work may seem like daunting and, you know, it's long hours and it's low pay, but like you do have to do a little bit of it so that way you go there and you physically see what is being done on these sets. Not only just, you know, how people are acting on these sets, but like what is the PA doing? Who is the person that is, you know, handling the script changes?
Even dialogue, bro.
Yeah.
Even dialogue. I'll tell you a quick story. Even dialogue. I was on a set one time, a professional set. The dude said, I was PAing. The dude, like, so I'm running around just getting everything. So the dude say, hey, bro, can you go grab me a stinger? He said, can you go grab me a stinger? It's right by whatever the box is. I swear to God, I'm walking like, what the fuck? Listen, so I don't know what a stinger is, but I know what so you might say, yo, go grab me a stinger. It's right next to the cable box. The only reason I knew what it was because it was next to the cable box. It's a fucking extension cord.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
You see,
extension cord.
You start picking up
but it's
on
the
like
dialogue though. But they're never gonna. If you're on a professional set on any film set, they're never gonna say, yo, go get me a extension cord. Yo, go grab a stinger. And I'm like, yo, but I'm just saying, just picking up that, just learning that. I'm like, oh. But if I didn't know what he was like, it's right next to. If I didn't know what that was next to, I'd have been like, yo, what's this stinger again? You know what I mean? I'd have probably got put off the set. You know what I mean?
Right. And another thing is like you'll learn like different type of roles that happen on set because not everyone is an actor or a director or a producer. There's like thousands of roles on set. Real quick, I'm gonna read this from Sharika. She tuning in. She said, "Yup, when I'm on set, I focus on the crew more and network with them. I have over 10 ADs more on deck." So work ethic speaks for itself. That's what she said. I wanted to shout out Cherie real quick because
shout out Cherie.
Hey,
yeah, she is watching
McLean.
Yeah, that's me.
What's up, Barkley? What's up, baby? What's up, Barkley?
You know she tuned. She's a loyal. She's a loyal
man,
listener.
Listen.
And she puts in that work too.
Oh, she's
like,
going. Man, she's a hustling. I thought I hustle. Man, shout out to Cherie McClain.
Yes.
That baby will be on set today in Philly tomorrow, in Atlanta Friday,
and then New York on Saturday.
Shorty moves, man. She'll work it. Shout out to Cherie, man.
She helps me out behind the scenes.
Yeah, man.
Personally in my career.
Yeah, she good
90%
people. Helped us out with the SAG, the whole SAG information. Like, oh my God. Shout out to her. She did our IMDb. Yeah, man, shout out. That's the homie right there.
Yeah,
she is a lifesaver.
You gotta keep those. You gotta keep those
Oh,
in your network because you never know when they come in the clutch. Bro. I had to text Cherie, I think earlier this week about something that I might have messed up, but then she coached me through it, and I was like,
text her.
Yeah, and she was like, "This is what you do," and I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Yo, I'm telling you, she is the go-to. If you need it, and yeah, man, and she never sleep like us. So yeah, that's the homie. That's the homie, man.
Everybody needs a Cherie in their life.
Everybody, we love you, baby.
So what else do you have coming up for 18 Mile Production?
18 Miles Production, man. We got a lot. Well, obviously season 2.
Yeah.
That's the.
That's what I wanted to. That's one.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to ask
and
later,
real
but-
quick, so you want to segue there? So again, so everybody that's inquiring, we will right now. We obviously season 1 is over. Go check that out. 18 Miles TV. Type in Out of Bounds is right there. I think we're controlling the algorithms. So we're in development right now. We're in development. We're about to develop. We're like putting together season 2, whatever. I'm about to have my first son next month.
Oh,
And,
congratulations.
Thank you. So my young man is on the way. So I want to kind of like slow down a little bit for that. And we're gonna start doing auditions late April, early May.
Okay.
And I got some plays coming up. I'm about to do a documentary. So 18 Miles Production, we got some stuff coming for sure.
Nice.
The movement is moving for sure. Believe
That's
that.
what's up.
BJ, you got anything coming up that you want to shout out? Anything that you can talk about that doesn't have an NDA?
No, season 2 Out of Bounds. That's about it. That's my main focus. Probably next month.
SAG.
Next month I'll be joining SAG, and then I'll be submitting for bigger films and bigger movies. But right now it's Out of Bounds season 2.
That's what's up.
All right.
All of you that are pressing for SAG, I'm taking my time. See, because I like doing non-union work.
Them vouchers, them SAG vouchers was hitting. They look good though.
And then you also gotta pay that money when you hit it too. So it's like if you ain't got
That's
it,
a conversation we're gonna have off camera because I know we only got 5 minutes, so we're gonna talk about that too,
Right.
for real.
Yeah, like I like my non-union. I learn so much, and I get to move around so much. And with SAG, you limited.
Yeah, I
So-
thought about that myself, but
But congratulations.
I gotta take
Yeah,
that
do
lead.
it. Do it. Do it.
Plus you never know what can come out of it.
Never
So
know.
if you can do it, do it.
You never know.
So
You want me to
Jean,
do that?
do what?
Social media.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Plug them in.
Yeah, so you can follow me at Boobee_James. That's BOOBEE_James. And go check out my website too, elevatedmindsofpearl.com. We got the classic entrepreneur hoodies and all that good stuff. Give it to BJ.
Me is BJ Soden, SODEN on Instagram and on Facebook. You can reach me on both of them platforms.
Nice.
I bet. Shone, do they know your social media?
Y'all know my social media.
Y'all should know my social media
Y'all
by now.
see it every week.
Yeah, y'all see it every week all on
with
Instagram.
your, before we go, also like with your auditions and your upcoming everything that's out, it's on your website and your social media as well.
Yes, we got a fan page, Out of Bounds, the series. That's our fan page. We'll obviously be on, that's our Instagram page, and on Facebook. Yeah, but we'll make sure the word get out. We got a pretty good team, so once we start auditioning, my Facebook real heavy. People I'm Dwayne Miles on Facebook. A lot of people, we got a lot of traffic over there, a lot of traffic on the IG, so the word definitely get out. But
Nice.
we definitely gonna be auditioning soon.
All right.
You gonna get in there with us?
Yes.
All right.
Let me go ahead and jump in. we just talk about that on camera.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So listen, before we go, we're gonna do two things. One, I'm gonna make a real quick announcement. Next week, which is Thursday, March 21st.
you moving to LA?
No, I'm not moving to
Oh,
LA.
okay.
Not yet. But next week, Thursday, March 21st at 7 p.m., I will be in a monologue competition down in D.C. It is called Monologue Madness 2019. The way that they do it is like a tournament-style knockout monologue competition. I've been seated as the number 12 actor in the competition.
Nice.
Dope.
Okay.
So instead of being here on the box next week, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to see how far I can go, what I can do, and make some connections.
You
so,
got that, Jared.
Dope.
So please, again, tune in to Out the Box Radio. But if anybody just wants to get out there and just see me work, I will be down in D.C. at the Miracle Theater, 7 p.m. doing Monologue Madness. Tune in, and y'all check my social media for that. All right, that's my announcement. The last thing I'm going to do is, to close out the show, we actually have the trailer for season 1, Out of Bounds, the series.
Ooh.
So as we going out, we gonna play the trailer for everybody out there who has not been hip yet. All right, this trailer is for y'all who has not been hip yet. And again, where can they find that series after they watch the trailer?
Our YouTube channel is 18 Miles TV. Just type in 18 Miles TV, or go to YouTube and just type in Out of Bounds, and I'm sure that will pop right up. Yeah, it will pop right up right there on YouTube.
Nice.
All right, folks. So that is our show. Thank y'all so much, BJ Soden and also V James, for coming through and speaking with us about Out of Bounds.
So much love,
Such
man.
a great conversation. And also, one more time, we would love to say rest in peace to that actor who did lose his life.
Miss Ashley Taylor.
Miss Ashley
We
Taylor.
love you,
Rest in
baby.
peace. And everybody else, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Shit is crazy in the jungle, niggas playing father. Same ones you looking out for, all the ones inside of bounds. I ain't tripping, I'm just doing me. I'ma stand my ground, and if it's about my respect, believe that I'm gonna lay it down. I'm saucy with it, I'm really a boss with this, but niggas be salty and they feelings, dog. I'm ready to flip, and all the block is hot. I'm just